of the common conditions that we can get is a disc herniation. In this model, it's represented by this big red splotch pushing out from the middle, clip the nerve sac, causing back pain. It can clip the nerve sac and the nerve root. When it clips the nerve root, pushes pressure up against it, that's going to generate typically nerve root pain, or what's called sciatic pain. If it's a simple disc herniation, there's microscopic, minimally invasive techniques available to remove that disc and to take care of that outpatient procedure. When the problem is severe and advanced and there's severe collapse of the disc spaces, severe stenosis, and more extensive surgeries needed, sometimes we'll have to take all that arthritis down, and when that leaves the spine wobbly, we'll have to go in and put hardware in, pedicle screws and rods. The pedicle is this bridge or stalk-like structure that goes from the front of the vertebrae to the back of the vertebrae. That screw will start here, go through that portion of the vertebrae into the main portion of the body of the vertebrae. It's designed to stabilize that when connected to another screw. And you see the connecting rods in between those screws. Makes the spine very rigid right there, holds it still. This is often used in conjunction with spacers inside the disc space. All of that rotten disc is taken out. Those spacers, hard to appreciate in this model, they're hollow inside and they're stuffed full of bone. And that bone will grow right from the vertebrae, right through the device into the other vertebrae to make that solid. I'll tell people in the office, consider a toe chain where the links are very worn and about ready to break. And you come in and you weld two of the links together in that toe chain. You made those two solid. And that helps reinforce that and save that toe chain from breaking. Well, when that disc is quite worn out or collapsed, or a huge herniation of that disc, a lot of that's got to be taken down. We want to maintain the height of that disc space so when the nerves exit, they're not being compressed. And that's the place for those spacers to be placed inside the disc space. That can take a couple different names. It's all done through the back. It's called the posterior lumbar interbody fusion, or PLIF, or PLIF for short. If it's all done from one side, it's a transforaminal across the nerve hole fusion, TLIF, TLIF for short. There's instances where we have to come in directly from the side, a direct lateral fusion, or a D-lift for short. Sometimes we'll have to come in through the front, through the abdomen, through the tummy. Anterior lumbar interbody fusion. There's several different ways of accomplishing this depending on the exact problem, the exact structure that has a problem, to address only what's needed to be done and not anything additional. But that takes detailed evaluation on the physical exam, review of your studies for which procedure might be best for you. And we're happy to go over that at length with you and help you understand the anatomy, the imaging studies, the results of your physical exam, go over the reports at length so that when you leave, you have an understanding of what's wrong, what we're recommending and why, and you have a clear understanding of what your options are. If you come into Trinity Orthopedics, that's what we're going to strive for to have for you each time when you come in.